Hi, listeners. Sharon Riegie Maynard here, and as always, I'm so thrilled to be able to introduce you to friends of mine who have, I think, important things to say and experiences to share. So this is my friend Sheila Sipiora, and Sheila, I've known. We figured it's been 30 years, right? 30 years we've known
Well,
each other.
35, 30, 34, 35,
Wow,
yeah.
a long time. So we knew each other way back when we were first beginning and to apply some of the things we now have deepened with. And so I'm going to talk to her today about some things from the past. She may still be using them. I kind of dropped off until I went, whoa, wait a minute. So we're going to start with Feng Shui.
Oh, yes. Okay. Feng
Oh,
Shui.
okay. So Feng Shui. Sheila was extremely excited about a lot of things that helped people change energy and especially helped her change energy. And Feng Shui was one of those tools. So talk to us a bit about Feng Shui. And when you're ready, just tell me, I'll put up a bagua.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I was out. I actually had taken a trip to the Bahamas, and I spent well, and on the way back from our 8-hour boat ride back, I was talking. There were 5 other professional women on board, and they were talking about Feng Shui. And I went, "What's Feng Shui?" Because I was from Boise, Idaho, way back then, and I'd never heard of it. And they told me, a practitioner will come in and rearrange your house and make things happen. And I go, oh, boy, my antennas went straight up. So as soon as I got back to Boise, I ordered the books at Barnes and Noble and then started reading, and I just felt like I'd come home. And it's all about how you feel, and then turn to feelings, and you really do create your own reality. And Feng Shui is just a fun way to, I believe, clear up your space and create what you want, your reality. So I actually taught it for 16 years. I even taught it real estate agent as agent for several years as communication. So if you want to bring up Bagua, we'll cover it just slightly. So
I'm going to put it up. And Sheila
okay.
is in a little town in Idaho, and sometimes, Sheila, your connection goes in and out, just letting you know that it's in and out just a little bit. But you were saying something that I caught. It's like the Bagua or the Feng Shui also has something to do with feeling nature. Did you talk about how energy, that feeling feels?
Okay. When you're talking about Feng Shui, anytime you're talking about Feng Shui, if you keep something or take something out or throw something away, you always ask yourself, how does it make me feel? Because even if it's a gift, if it doesn't make you feel good, it's not an asset in your life. You want to be things that you just, when you walk them and just lit up because it feels so good each and every time, and it can get rid of a blue day in a heartbeat. What's showing right now is the Bagua. That's the map, the treasure map of a Feng Shui. And this is the original geomancing, which is what I taught and what I really felt was right for me. And that is, you take this map, you put it towards north, and each of those 8 areas will tell you parts of life. And if some part of your life isn't working and you want to clear that space, you clean that space, you clear your intention, you decide what you want, and then you'll place something there that you love, that every time you look at it, even if you don't think of it consciously, subconsciously, it's put into place and it's in action, that it's doing a job in bringing that into your reality. So in the north is business or career or life journey. and the northeast is knowledge and education. And in my experience, that was the most important, because if you have ceilings and blocks on your beliefs and your thoughts, you can't get any further. So really clearing and cleaning and working on the northeast, the knowledge area, is the most important, because that's opening your blocks so that more information can come in, more prosperity and more wealth, more happiness, more joy. Now we go to the east, which is family and relationships and health. Again, if someone was having a health issue, or you just wanted your family protected or blessed, that's where you would put a small picture of your family, or a large picture, whatever's appropriate. Never put anything inappropriate in an area. Anything just perfect with style and class will give you what you need. It can be smaller, it can be large. Now we go to southeast, and that is money. And again, that's your wealth. But wealth and blessings can come from all areas of life. It doesn't have to be greenbacks. It can be blessings. It can be gifts. It's all of that. Mm-hmm. And then in the south, you've got, that's your reputation. South is your reputation, how the world sees you. So if you want to sparkle that up, you'll clean that mirror, or you'll wash that window, and you'll keep it clean and tidy. And don't forget, in Feng Shui, the master bedroom is your heart and soul. So you can have the rest of the house beautiful and clean, but if you ignore and deny your bedroom, which is yourself, that really reflects on your entire reality. So really, you begin in the bedroom, and it's the most powerful place to begin. Okay, now let's go to southwest, which is relationships. And that's all relationships. Business, you can heal business relationships, loving relationships, family relationships, all relationships. How about your relationship with money and prosperity? Now, and so your intention, you'll clear the area, you'll place a picture, a mirror, a light, something that's significant, and you'll place it with your intention, and that intention will be held by the Bagua subconsciously. Okay, let's go west, which is children and creation. And throughout the years, I've coached and worked with people that didn't have children, and they wondered, well, what do? I don't have children. But you have creativity, which is children, your creative nature. So that's where you would put the book you're writing, where you would put something that symbolized the painting that you want to paint. So the creativity is also in the west. And then the northwest is the journey, or it's actually the outside world. Northwest is the outside world. So if your business involves, or your desire involves phone calls, that's where you would place something that's meaningful, because that's the outside world calling you for what you need. And so northwest, and none of us, we don't do this alone. We do this we do it first with our spirit, and then we do it with everyone that's down here playing with us. So northwest, the outside world is very important. And then we come back to north, which is your life journey. And other than education, self-education, I consider the north, the journey, the most important, because you want to fill it with joy. You want to fill it with happiness and bliss. And in that, of course, you're going to have your career and your money and things like that. But the life journey is so much more than just a job or a career. It's your entire life journey. Yes. So the colors that are on this Bagua enhance the area if they work fine. I once had a fellow who was very linear. He was very brain, intellect, and he came to my class, and he really wanted to believe in Feng Shui. And so right there in the North Life Journey, he wanted to enhance his career, so he literally painted his wall black. And you know, that's glorious if that's how it works. But that's, you don't take it literally. Anytime the smallest amount of the color, and you know what it means, can be so powerful if it's done in good taste and if you love it and it feels good. So Feng Shui is all about clearing the space, simply clearing the space, And because that feels good. Everybody walks into a room that's clean and neat and tidy feels better than one that is full and full of chaos and clutter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the basis of Feng Shui.
Love it. Love it. And I know that, I just pulled out the bunk getting ready for this conversation. So I'm looking into, how that, because you put the bagua right down, you could put it right in the middle of your floor, facing the directions. And I'm going, okay, right now I'm restructuring my business, which has everything to do with what money comes in and goes out so that I can restructure. And I look into that corner of my room, which I'm in my office right now. And I have empty storage jars. So I'm going like, well, let's see, I could turn them into sucking them in, but nevertheless, I did some correction work in that corner. So,
that's exactly how it works, and it's very powerful.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people ask, well, what if my closet is in wealth? My wealth is in the closet, and there's a simple technique. And alongside the closet, a wall or whatever's appropriate, you could do an appropriate mirror. You can do a beautiful painting. You can actually do anything that you love, and you give it the job to pull your wealth out of the closet, pull your relationship out of the closet, pull your career out of the closet. So there's really no stumbling blocks that you can't correct.
Mm-hmm.
So just know what you give it the job. You are in charge. You give it the job and the intention, and then that your subconscious will hang on to it and continue to project it out.
Mm-hmm. So that correction, the cleansing, of course, is really, really important. And then whatever object that you intend, that's in good taste, that you love, that holds that intention that you have given it, you give it a job and place it lovingly, and visit it back and forth once in a while, don't you think?
Oh, always, because life on planet Earth is constantly changing. And there is nothing like in your work, Sharon, and in my work now, we'll place a placement and intention, but then things will shift and change. And in that shift and change and movement, there'll always be tweaking and changing, or you'll get a new idea. You'll have a new desire. I mean, it never holds static. It's always moving. So you're always looking and changing. And when you feel the inspiration to make the move, you do it.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Sheila. Thank you for the reminder. And it's always lovely to sit and visit with you. And I'm sure we'll do this again. Bye, love.
Bye. Thanks.